Okay, this is my Dominator, Safe Word. She is a Gravity and Sonic Assault Dominator. I'm gonna go through her build and do some gameplay, but real quick, I would just like to point out Dark Current's channel. Dark Current does City of Heroes builds and gameplay, and they are they are way more detailed and in depth than anything I'm making. So if you want to learn actual knowledge, I would encourage you to take a look over there. I will put a link below. I watch his videos so that I can learn things too. Um, Also, he doesn't just test his builds out in solo. He also does a lot of team gameplay, which I think is really important and probably something that I should be doing too. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff over there. Dominators are one of my favorite classes. I don't play them as much as I would like because, well, first, if you don't know anything about Dominators, their special archetype ability is domination, and you build a domination bar by attacking enemies, and when it's full, you can use domination, and for, I think, 90 seconds, whatever it is, you get a bunch of bonuses, but the main one is that you get extra control magnitude, which means that you can control things like bosses with a single application of most of your control powers. And permadomination is just when you stack enough recharge so that your domination ability recharges before the buff expires. And so you are in a constant state of domination. Let's just get into enhancements. This is kind of a janky build. Just prior to recording this, I had powers that weren't even slotted, so this is just what I came up with on the fly. And it works. It gets the job done. It has permadomination. I don't have a bunch of defense, but I do have enough recharge. Gravity of Distortion just has 4 Basilisk's Gaze, plus the Neuronic Shutdown, Siamic Damage proc, plus the Ghost Widow's Embrace Siamic Damage proc. Then Propel, I just have 5 Decimations, and 1 Gladiator's Javelin Toxic Damage proc. Crushing Field has 6 of the Superior Ascendancy Dominator set. Gravity Distortion Field has 4 Basilisk's Gaze, plus 1 Lockdown Accuracy Hold, plus the Dominating Grasp Control Duration Recharge. Well, I just realized I did not upgrade that one. Wormhole has 5 Stupefy, plus the Sudden Acceleration Knockback to Knockdown, and that is key. If you don't have that, Wormhole is gonna have a tendency to scatter things around with Knockback. But when you turn it to Knockdown, you can teleport enemies nice little neat formations. Singularity. Kind of weird because this power, your pet does a lot of control and you would like to slot it for control, or at least I would, but I can't because the power does not accept control sets. It does accept hold in the form of hold duration enhancements, but it doesn't accept any of the hold sets, which is kind of weird. It really just accepts pet and recharge intensive pet sets. So I just ended up going with Call to Arms, 5-piece, and also the Sudden Impact Knockback to Knockdown. On the Assault side, Strident Echo, I've got 5 Crushing Impact plus the Touch of Death damage proc, does negative energy. Then I have Deafening Wave, and this just has a 6-piece of Obliteration. Shout just has 5 Decimation, and 1 Gladiator's Javelin, chance for toxic damage. Ear Splitter, and this is getting 5 Crushing Impacts again, and 1 Touch of Death, negative irony proc. For fitness, health, and stamina, standard issue, as always. Flight just has 3 hypersonics, and then hover just has a couple Luck the Gambler maneuvers, Luck the Gambler, recharge, and I also have one in Vengeance. Dark Embrace just has the Gladiator's Armor Unique for the defense and Steadfast Protection. Soul Drain just has 6 Obliterations, and Dark Obliteration has 6 Bombardment, and I think that's it. Incarnate stuff, I, once again, just running Cardiac Core. Interface, I'm doing Degenerative. Judgment, I'm doing Pyronic. Destiny, I am doing Rebirth. I'm gonna get my status protection from having Domination going. No one gives a shit about lore. And Hybrid, I am doing support primarily for the defense, and mostly because, as you'll see real quickly, before you get into permanent domination mode, you have to first build up domination, and that can be tricky when you're fighting, times 8 with bosses. I have domination set to auto fire. What I found is that I just have a little more leniency with hasten than I do with domination. I don't have a bunch of purple sets. My window to refresh domination is not super big. You can use wormhole through walls and around corners, and I would strongly encourage you to do that. Wormhole is really your bread and butter because it's up for every fight, and immobilize plus disorient is basically a hold. Crushing Field and Wormhole are really like that's your workhorse for getting shit done. And so I made 2 macros. One teleports enemies to my location, and the other teleports enemies at the location of my target. I tend to teleport enemies to myself when I'm playing solo, but if I'm on a group, it's much better to teleport things to my target's location. Teleport to myself. Looks like we got him. Because we are in a pre-domination state, we gotta stay on top of the bosses. One more boss. Hopefully we'll grab that other guy too. And there we go. Domination. We are now fully erect. Unfortunately, that is probably the best metaphor for domination. Hello. You just, oh, hi. Just enemies floating down from above. That's fun. So while I'm cycling through all my powers, I'm just constantly looking back at the cooldown for domination and hasten. In particular, hasten, because I know domination is on auto fire, but you just want to stay on top of it. And when domination is close to recharging, you don't want to be stuck in animation lock and accidentally lose it. Again, that window is small. And coming back to my analogy, having domination fall off in combat is, well, it has the energy of losing a boner mid-coitus.
My God.
I am the worst. You know, it happens, but no one involved is going to enjoy it. Again, it is so nice to be able to target and activate wormhole through walls and floors and stuff like that. It's one of my favorite features of Gravity. I have noticed that Singularity these days, it pulls enemies towards itself, which is not a thing that I remember it ever doing before. I guess it makes sense that it would, being a singularity, but I feel like that's probably a relatively new feature. It's not always the most helpful thing, but it's usually harmless. And sometimes it can actually be helpful if you are really coordinated. I think here I'm just going to use the target location macro. Maybe I'll just get some inspirations going. Should be good. Oh, there's a big boy. Come on, guys. All you gotta do is tell me what the safe word is. And this will all be over. Yep. I gotta get this under control. Take care of these guys real quick. This is where things can get tricky. Like, I got these guys behind me that I gotta deal with, but also I've got bosses that need to stay under control. I think we got it. One thing that's nice about these enemies in Dark Historia, they don't revive themselves. They stay dead. Oh, the wrong way. Oh, I see them. Can I? I wonder, can I get him through that hole? Oh, I think I can. Oh, that's gonna be badass. Let's do it.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Got him. I don't know what it is. I love seeing the domination word floating above everyone's head. It's got critical strike energy. I don't know if Propel is a great choice. I think it does respectable damage. But for me, it's a fun power. The amount of crap that I generate, like TVs and couches and shit, but that get littered around the map is just fun. I enjoy it. So I take it. I think we got him. Oh.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hopefully we can get this under control. I think we're good. Unless there's some ads that come down the stairs. So Safe Word does have, some endurance issues. I gotta deal with this. I think we got them all. I've got enough, endurance reduction and recovery. My endurance bar can usually last until the next, cycle of domination, which will refill my endurance bar. So that's just kind of how I've been working. But I usually have to keep some blues on me just in case, like now, I just lost all my titles. It looks like that was all of them. And then I think this last room. So there's only a couple enemies. Wondering where all their friends went. Guys, I got bad news.
Where we're going, we won't need eyes to see.
That's it. I really love Dominators. I should play them more often than I do, but yeah. If you made it all the way to the end, you are an absolute legend, and I truly appreciate you. Thanks for watching.